CEO Nagad, hello all, good afternoon, Nawado. Thank you for watching. This is part 8 of me reading the areas that Trump was mentioned in the Epstein files, according to what Bing's AI co-pilot said, where he was mentioned, and he was mentioned a collective 35 times, so it wasn't thousands of times and all that kind of stuff. So we were gaslit in that. There's no emails or anything like that. So anyway, here we go. Case 18, TAC 2868, document 277, 8/19/2019, 2628225, page 5 of 7. Attached as Exhibit AA, filed under seal, is a true and correct copy of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Offense Report, date June 2, 2002, Bates stamped GM_00748, TAC 79. Attached as Exhibit BB, filed under seal, are true and correct copies of David Rogers' flight logs from November 1995 to May 2013, Bates stamped DR_001, TAC DR0107. Attached as Exhibit CC, filed under seal, is a true and correct copy of excerpts from the June 3, 2016 deposition of David Rogers, designated confidential under the protective order. Exhibit DD, left intentionally blank. Attached as Exhibit EE, filed under seal, is a true and correct copy of the Royal Palm Beach Police Citation Tracking Report, date June 19, 2002. Bates stamped GM_00776. Attached as Exhibit FF, filed under seal, is a true and correct copy of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Offense Report, Bates stamped GM_01202, TAC 28. Attached as Exhibit GG, filed under seal, is a true and correct copies of excerpts from the June 21st, 2016 deposition of Joseph Recarey, designated confidential under the protective order. Attached as Exhibit HH, filed under seal, is a true and correct copy of the affidavit of Juan P. Alesi, ALESSI, dated January 13, 2016. Bates stamped GM_01197, TAC 1201. Attached as Exhibit 2, filed under seal, is a true and correct copy of excerpts from the deposition of Virginia Giuffre, taken in Cassell versus Dershowitz on January 16, 2016, and designated as confidential under the protective order. So there's that. And then this one says, Case 18, TAC 2868, document 277, 08/09/2019, 2628225, page 6 of 7. Attached as Exhibit JJ, filed under seal, is a true and correct copy of errata sheet, ERRATA sheet, from the January 16, 2016 deposition of Virginia Giuffre, taken in Cassell versus Dershowitz, dated February 11, 2016, and designated by plaintiff as confidential under the protective order. Attached Exhibit KK, filed under seal, is a true and correct copy of the Billionaire Playboys Club book manuscript, designated by plaintiff as confidential under the protective order. Attached as Exhibit LL is a true and correct copy of the victim's Refuge Silence Inc. articles of incorporation, dated December 23rd, 2014. Giuffre 001064, Texas 5. Attached as Exhibit MM, filed under seal, is a true and correct copy of excerpts from the September 8th, 2016 deposition of Brittany Henderson, designated confidential under the protective order. I declare under penalty of perjury that the foregoing is true and correct. It's executed on January 6, 2017. And this is Laura A. Menninger. There's that. And this one is Case 18, TAC 2868, document 277, 08/09/2019, 2628225, page 7 of 7, certificate of service. I certified that on January 6, 2017, I electronically served the declaration of Laura A. Menninger and supported defendant's motion for summary judgment via ECF on the following: Sigrid S. McCauley, Meredith Schultz, Boys Schiller, and Flexner LLP, 401 East Los Olas Boulevard, Suite 1200, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33301, SMCCAWLEY at BSFLLP.com, MSCHULTZ at BSFLLP.com, Bradley J. Edwards, Farmer, Jaffe, Wising, Edwards, Fistos, and Lerman, PL, 425 North Andrews Avenue, Suite 2, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33301, Brad at PATH, Path to Justice, okay, pathtojustice.com, Paul G. Cassell, 383 S University Street, Salt Lake City, Utah, 84112, CASSELLP at law.com. utah.edu. J. Stanley Pottinger, 49 Twin Lakes Road, South Salem, New York, 10590. Stan Pottinger at AOL.com, Nicole Simmons, and that's it. Exhibit A. This is for case 18, TAC 2868, document 27. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing. Nope. So that was really weird. That says the same case number, but this is document 278. 0809 2019 262 8230, page 1 of 6. This is the exact same thing. It's at document 275, and it says pay, and then and it says 262 8223, page 15 of 18. Hold on. My hubster went through and printed this out and stapled it in the order that he was told to print it. So it says revealed that no one of the alleged Epstein victims ever mentioned Ms. Maxwell's name, and she was never considered a suspect by the government. None of Epstein's alleged victims said they had seen Ms. Maxwell at Epstein's house, nor said they had been recruited by her, nor paid any money by her, nor told what to wear or how to act by her. Indeed, none of Epstein's alleged victims ever reported to the government that they had met or spoken to Ms. Maxwell. Maxwell was not seen coming or going from the house during the law enforcement surveillance of Epstein's home. The arrest warrant did not mention Ms. Maxwell, and her name was never mentioned before the grand jury. No property belonging to Maxwell, including sex toys or child pornography, was seized from Epstein's home. During execution of the search warrant, Detective Ricari, when asked to describe everything that you believe you know about Ghislaine Maxwell's sexual trafficking conduct, replied, "I don't." He confirmed he has no knowledge about Miss Maxwell sexually trafficking anybody. Detective Ricari also, and this is RECAREY, also has no knowledge of plaintiff's conduct that is subject of this lawsuit. No nude photograph of plaintiff was displayed in Epstein's home. Epstein's housekeeper Juan Alessi, ALESSI, never saw any photographs of Virginia Roberts in Mr. Epstein's house. Detective Ricari entered Epstein's home in 2002 to install security cameras to catch a thief, and they did not observe any child pornography within the home, including on Epstein's desk in his office. Plaintiff intentionally destroyed her journal and dream journal regarding her memories of this case in 2013 while represented by counsel. Plaintiff drafted a journal describing individuals to whom she claims she was sexually trafficked, as well as her memories and thoughts about her experiences with Epstein. In 2013, she and her husband created a bonfire in her backyard in Florida and burned the journal together with other documents. In her possession, I'm going to take this, there we go. In her possession, ID plaintiff also kept a dream journal regarding her thoughts and memories that she possessed in January 2016. To date, plaintiff cannot locate the dream journal. Plaintiff publicly peddled her story beginning in 2011. Plaintiff granted journalist Sharon Churcher extensive interviews that resulted in 7 widely distributed articles from March 2011 through January 2015. Churcher regularly communicated with plaintiff and her attorneys or other agents from early 2011 to the present day. Plaintiff received approximately $160,000 for stories and pictures that were published by many news organizations. Plaintiff drafted a 144-page purportedly autobiographical book manuscript in 2011, which she actively sought to publish. In 2011, contemporaneous with her Churcher interviews, plaintiff drafted a book manuscript with purported to document plaintiff's experiences as a teenager in Florida, including her interactions with Epstein and Maxwell. Plaintiff communicated with literary agents, ghostwriters, and potential independent publishers in an effort to get her book published. She generated marketing materials and circulated those along with book chapters to numerous individuals associated with publishing and the media. Plaintiffs publicly filed lurid CVRA pleadings, initiated immediate media frenzy, and generated highly publicized litigation between her lawyers and Alan Dershowitz. On December 30th, 2014, plaintiff, through counsel, publicly filed a joinder motion that contained her lurid allegations about Ms. Maxwell and many others, including Alan Dershowitz, Prince Andrew, Jean-Luc Brunel, Brunel. The joinder motion was followed by a corrected motion and 2 further declarations in January and February 2015, which repeated many of plaintiff's claims. These CVRA pleadings generated a media maelstrom and spawned highly publicized litigation between plaintiff's lawyers Edwards and Cassell and Alan Dershowitz after plaintiff publicly alleged Mr. Dershowitz of sexual misconduct. Mr. Dershowitz vigorously defended himself in the media. He called plaintiff a liar and accused her lawyers of unethical conduct. In response, attorneys Edwards and Cassell sued Dershowitz, who counterclaimed litigation in turn caused additional media attention by national and international media organizations. Plaintiff formed nonprofit victims refuse silence to attract publicity and speak out on public controversy. In 2014, plaintiff, with the assistance of same counsel, formed a nonprofit organization, Victims Refuse Silence. According to plaintiff, the purpose of the organization is to promote plaintiff professed cause against Jeepers. Let me do that again. According to plaintiff, the purpose of the organization is to promote plaintiff professed cause against sex slavery. The stated goal of her organization is to help survivors surmount the shame, silence, intimidation typically experienced by victims of sexual abuse. Plaintiff attempts to promote victims refuse silence at every opportunity. For example, plaintiff participated in an interview in New York with ABC to promote their charity and to get her mission out to the public, dated January 6, 2017, respectively submitted Laura A. Menninger, LM TAC 1374, Jeffrey S. Pagliuca, PAGLIUCA, Pro, HAC, HAC, Vice, Haddon, Morgan, and Foreman, PC, 150 East 10th Avenue, Denver, Colorado, 80203, phone 303-831-7364, fax 303-832-2628, L. Menninger at hmflaw.com, attorney is Forky Lane Maxwell. Let's see. And there's that. Okay, so this is too long to read quickly, so I'm going to do hopefully my last video on this. Don't go ahead and give you a good chance. Till we meet again, love you, mean it.